Let me welcome our first guest in the studio. First time here, Nina Garcia. Let me give you a welcome round of applause. There you go. We try to, we deal with a lot of politics and a lot of corruption, and we deal with a lot of things, but I try as much as I can to bring new authors on and let them come and talk about their books. I'm a writer. I think, we have to support our fellow writers, our black and brown writers especially. We don't support each other enough.
Bring it as close to you as you can.
Okay. We don't support each other enough, so I try to bring some authors on the show so that they could, talk about their book. So you have a book. Is this your first one?
Yes, it's my first one.
Okay, new author.
And it's not
author.
her only one though, because I saw the interview. You gonna write more?
Yes.
Yeah, we watched the interview with was it Veg? Somebody Veg?
Yes. Veg.
Okay, yes. I went and looked it up and I shared it with Lorraine and everything. So, so your book is called, what's the name of your book?
The Scars That Save Us.
Okay, I'm very interested. I know Lorraine said she was very interested in that title. Mm-hmm. What is the book about?
Well, it's based on a true story. It's about my whole life. Well, not my whole life because I'm still here, duh.
Your life up to now.
Yes, up to now. It's since the age of 4. Mm-hmm. And I decided to write about my story because I know it's inspirational from where I come from.
Right.
So I didn't hold back, and everything in my book is true.
Okay.
Very intense story.
Okay.
I've gotten a lot of feedback where people, tell me they gotta put the book down for a bit because they get emotional.
Aww. Right.
So it's a good thing. I'm like, yes, I did a good job.
So tell us about you. Who is Nina Garcia?
Nina Garcia. Oh, it's a lot about me. I'm gonna start with. I'm an amazing woman.
Nice.
I'm an amazing woman. I'm a jack of all trades. I'm a go-getter. I don't find anything impossible. When I want something, I go after it. I do whatever it takes, to get what I want in life. I don't let anything stop me. I motivate myself. I inspire myself.
Where are you from?
I'm from the Bronx, born and raised in the Bronx. As they call it, the Boogie Down production.
The Boogie Down Bronx. Yes. I used to be actually dating myself. Mm-hmm. I used to be a rapper.
Oh, wow.
I was signed to B-Boy Records when KRS made that record, South Bronx. I was at that label, B-Boy Records, in the South Bronx.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm a little older than everybody in the room. Yeah.
Oh, well, you look great.
Thank you. I will be 54 in February. Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes, we're the same age, JJ.
Okay, well, I'm a couple of months older than you. And I was trying to make you know you're younger than me.
That's
what
I'm saying? Well, I need the remedies for the wrinkles.
Well, actually,
I don't see any on your face.
Because Lorraine just celebrated her 26th birthday for the second time.
For the 27th time.
For the 27th time. There it goes. Yeah. So, so I know. I always be, Black Westchester. I always encourage people to support Black authors, and Lorraine's like, yo, what about the Latino authors? We need some Latino authors. So I wanted to make sure she was here today when we had you on the show. And shout to Kier Walker,
yes,
who I used to after the rapping thing, I used to write for a lot of magazines, The Source, Vibe, and several other hip hop publications and stuff. And I know him from back then. We were at a lot of the same functions, and I know he was either a writer or he was in that whole mix too. So
yes,
I did a watch party of one of our previous shows, and he hit me. He was like, "Oh, I got somebody who would be great for your show," and he told me about you. So we had to make that happen.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Like I'm very, very happy.
So for now, where is your book available?
It will be on Amazon.
And feel free to hold up a copy so people can see it.
Sure.
Yes. Okay, there you go. There you go.
Pretty cover.
Yes.
Thank you. It's a picture of me.
Yeah.
So it will be on.
It will be on Amazon soon.
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna have it on Amazon, Barnes and Noble.
Okay. Okay.
It's gonna be all over the place. I'm gonna post it.
So when will it be available? When will it?
Give and take January
Okay.
for 2020.
Okay.
Yeah, sometime in the middle of January. It'll be available on Amazon.
Both Lorraine and I both said we're very looking forward to reading the book, and I love stories that tell the transformation of where people have come from and where they have gotten to, and the scars that they've gotten along the way. And the reason I think these stories are very important because there are a lot of other people going through things, and they sometimes think that they're going through it by themselves. Like I've often said, like Mary J. Blige has been an inspiration to generations of females that have gone through a lot of things that she has gone through, and they've gotten through it through her music. So it's for us who are, whether we're artists or authors, or it is our job to share our stories to inspire others. It's liberating for us. It's therapeutic for us. I speak for myself as a writer. Writing is very therapeutic for me, but we find out that it inspires many others, and they see that a lot of times what'll happen is you'll think something is so bad in your life and hear a story maybe like yours and be like, damn, I ain't go through nothing like that. Like, and if she could get through it, then I can get through it too, you know. And hopefully that's what will people will get from your book.
What was the hardest part about writing the book?
Wow. I didn't want anyone in my family, especially my mom, due to the way I was brought up, you know, back in the days, chancleta style, you know, you get your whoop, you know, if you don't listen. And, you know, they get angry because of the way they, you know, the old-fashioned ways.
Yeah.
They might take certain things personal. So I was afraid that my mom would not speak to me, you know, and feel a certain type of way about it because, I mean, it's my life story. And she's like very, you know, discreet with her personal stuff. But that's what was holding me back. It was just not knowing how to publish it, how to come out with it, you know, without my mom giving me the chancleta.
Did she read it? Does she know what's in it? The context of the book now?
She has not read it. She has not read it, but other people have read it. So they went back to her and was like, oh my God, your daughter's book says a lot of bad things. And she was, she hasn't read it yet. She was upset about it, but now she's, you know, she's okay.
She's okay with it.
Yeah.
Did you have any other and it's hard to tell your story without talking about people that were very close in your life, whether it be your parents, your siblings, your friends, and sometimes you have to navigate that, getting all of your story out without kind of putting their business in it, like, you know, making them feel like, you know. So how was that? Did you find that? Was there things that made you hold back? No, I can't talk about that because they'll all be upset, or I just need to get this all out and let the chips fall where they may. I mean,
yeah, I mean, I did hold back on a lot. Before I published the book, I did hold back on a lot, but then I got someone, you know, I decided to talk to a second party, someone, you know, like a therapist that can give me a better advice before I took that step. And she gave me a good advice. She said, listen, you come a long way and you can be very inspirational to a lot of young females that has had children at a young age.
right.
And has not gotten as far as you did, coming from the Bronx, coming from, you know, your trials and tribulations, things you've been through. You could be a very good example, role model for these girls. Why hold back? It's not about anyone else, but it's about you. So sometimes you gotta forget about what other people have to say and, you know, share your story because it's about you.
That's why a lot of people won't take the step you took but they'll write fiction. You know, which is still based on their life, but they change the names of everybody and, you know, move things around. You know, so other people, you don't know who it is, because a lot of people don't. They're scared to just be transparent and just be open, because you open yourself up. Like, I mean, it's a big deal.
Yes, I did, and I'm not ashamed of it. Like I said, it was a big step for me, because my children, I'm a mother of 3, and a grandmother of 3.
Wow.
I'm a grandmother of 3 too.
Yeah, and it's a beautiful thing to have grandchildren. They're adorable, and you know, I didn't want my kids to look at me in a different way. So it was a lot of thinking to do. But then I just said, you know what? This lady is right. She's like, you got to speak up, because that's what's going to help you heal. You know, it's going to help you heal. Seeing other people's expressions of what you've been through. Not everyone's going to react positive. Some people are going to say, wow, you know, I'm very proud of you. Or some people are going to criticize you. But that's part of life.
Right.
So if we live with other people's criticism and thoughts, then we're never going to succeed.
And one of the things as a writer that I had to get over, even writing news, just doing news, I had to realize that perception, I don't own perception. Perception belongs to the reader. So no matter what I wrote and what I meant, how others perceive it, if that's how they own it, I can't do nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? So I can't get upset, and I can't stress myself if people don't understand. I can try to make it as understanding as possible. You know what I mean? But that used to bother me when I would put all this, hey, what's up? When I would put everything into it, and all of a sudden, you know, people just didn't get it. That used to bother me. But, you know, and it'd be like, how do you get that from what I wrote? Like, what? You know? But perception belongs to the reader. It doesn't belong to me.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, what would you? How long now? Okay, so for other people, I know a lot of people are always say, "Oh, you should write a book. You should write a book. You should tell your story." What advice would you give to someone watching this who's going to see this, that may be thinking about writing a book? They don't know what to do. They don't know what to start. How to do it. What advice would you give them about writing their story or writing a book, period?
Well, to start off, you know, content is the most important thing. You have to be very organized and ready to speak your mind. You know, get into it, but get into it as if you get into that romantic song and you want to remember the words to that song because it means a lot to you. That's how it should be for your book.
Right.
You know, get into it and don't be afraid to speak your mind, because this is about you. You know, be very specific, and allow people to know who you really are. Be open-minded. And once you're open-minded, the words will just flow through, you know? It'll just flow on its own.
Were you a writer? Did you have a blog, or this is the first thing you've written, period, or?
I actually was never a writer. I actually started writing my book at 16 years old.
Okay.
And I wrote it in English and Spanish and English and Spanish, and it was like all over the place in a composition notebook. And, you know, one day I just decided to say, you know what, let me take this and let me just get better advice. So I started networking, and I started, you know, networking, going like to shows and, you know, awards, movie awards, and etc. Meeting people, talking to other authors, getting feedbacks, taking notes, and that's when I actually started to get a hang of how you how do you start writing a book? How do you begin? Because it's good to get feedback. There's nothing wrong with asking questions.
Right.
You know, some people are afraid to ask questions because they feel like they're going to be judged because they don't know. Never be afraid to ask questions.
Right.
And take notes.
Right.
So that's how I started.
And you finished it in the cruise?
I finished my book in a cruise, and I was drunk. Yes.
Iced tea, Long Island iced tea?
Yes. I was so
You see,
drunk.
she did her homework.
Yes, she did her homework. I love it. I was so drunk. Yes. My husband took me on a cruise for 8 days, and it was all you can drink. We had the all you can drink package. So when we was like getting close to going back to New York, like 4 days before we came back to New York, is when I actually got on my laptop and I started to write. So I wrote all 46 chapters in 4 days.
Wow.
Drunk. I mean, I had like maybe 7, 8 Long Island iced teas on the table, and I would just write, and I would just type, till I finished.
Very nice.
It's funny because some of the best writing sometimes happens that way.
Oh man,
one of my favorite
I can
authors,
write when I have a drink.
One of my favorite authors, Donald Goines.
Wow.
He had a heroin problem, and the publishing company, put him up in this little hotel room and kept him with a steady supply of heroin, and he kept pumping out. I mean, he kept pumping it out. Now that wasn't good for him, but I mean, he kept pumping. I'm not saying that he wouldn't have done the stories without it, but they kept him pumped up, which
Wow.
they took advantage of him. Yeah.
Well, I could tell you I wouldn't be able to probably do it because I was nervous. And it was my first book. I probably wouldn't have been able to do it without alcohol. I mean, a lot of times I need the alcohol, like before I got here. I said, oh my God, I'm nervous. Let me just take a shot.
So let me, without, we want people to buy your book. So we don't want to give them the whole book right now.
Of course.
But give them something just to pull them in. Just tell them something that just.
Well,
or an excerpt from the book.
Well, there's a chapter in the book. Can't tell people where is that. You have to find the people, okay? That explains when I became angry for everything that happened to me. Became very resentful towards men.
Okay.
And I decided to make it a hobby into knowing how to take from men without sleeping with them. So it became like a hobby, not just a hobby, it became like a college, like a college course that I had to take. When you want to go and want to major in whatever business. So I decided to major on, sucking them into getting what I want. So I hustled them because I became very angry at men for a lot of the things that happened to me. So it became it explains the beginning and the outcome of it.
So your book is pretty deep, huh?
Yes.
Nice.
It's very deep.
Okay. I'm doing 10 things at the same time, so you gotta excuse me.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to get into my Facebook.
Oh, okay. Anything I didn't ask you that you want people to know about the book?
Well, you actually asked me a lot of questions about the book already. And you did too. You did good though.
Thank you.
You did the Long Island iced tea part. A lot of people didn't know that.
Have you gotten a good reaction from folks that have read the book?
Yes,
Good
emotional.
feedback? Yeah.
A lot of emotional reactions. People telling me, "Wow, you don't look like you've been through that."
Yeah.
And it makes me feel good because that means I'm doing a good job.
And you're a
I'm
survivor.
moving forward.
Yeah.
Because some people that go through what I've been through don't know how to move forward in life. They allow their past to hold them back from their future. And I'm proud of myself because a lot of the females that people in general that's been through what I've been through will not move forward.
Yeah.
They will sit there and just, feel sorry for themselves and make excuses for not succeeding. And I didn't. I pushed forward and I'm still pushing forward.
Good for you. Good.
So what do you do?
When you're not writing?
Yes, when you're not writing, what are you doing? What are you professionally or whatever?
I'm a podcast host.
Okay.
I'm a host of Cocoa Caliente.
Okay, and in English, what is that?
I was going to ask you about that because I saw the banner of Cocoa Caliente.
Now, what does that mean in English?
It's hot cocoa.
Hot cocoa?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Okay.
going to say hot chocolate.
Okay.
Chocolate,
Okay.
Puerto Rico is chocolate.
Okay.
Cocoa.
Okay.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that. Where people can watch that. How often is that on? Or
I interview once a week. My YouTube channel is Nina Garcia Cocoa Caliente. I also posted on Instagram, which is Cocoa Caliente _ on Facebook as well, Nina Garcia Miranda. And my podcast is an inspirational podcast. I have interviewed numerous of upcoming artists, actors, business owners, authors themselves, podcast hosts themselves, Urban Action Showcase founders. I've interviewed many people. I've had artists from Shea 45. I had Kevin Mason from Power. I've interviewed a lot of people on my podcast that have, shared helpful information on their upcoming life with the industry. What is the industry about? The trials and tribulations in the industry, because the industry is not easy. And I like to share their stories due to the fact that we have a lot of young upcoming artists that are getting a different perspective about how they should be known, how they should deal with the industry.
Yeah.
So I try to get as much as helpful information from all these artists, authors and founders, so they can help other people, achieve their goals, pursue their dreams.
How old are your grandchildren?
I have an 8-year-old grandson named CJ, I have a 5-year-old granddaughter named Ruby, and I have a 3-year-old named Leia. That's the tough one. That's the tough one. Leia is the tough one. Yes. Very outspoken little girl.
Yeah, I got a 3-year-old granddaughter too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's I call her Moana because she looks like Moana. She's a handful. That's my youngest. And then there's another one on the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So here is, I guess, is a trailer for your book.
Right, yeah.
Let me
Yes.
get it real quick.
Yes.
Let me see if I can get that going. Hold on.
Author Nina Garcia's The Scars That Save Us is an autobiography about her life as a young girl, being born into the hood and almost getting caught up in the game, but found a way out for the sake of her kids. The Scars That Save Us, coming to a store near you, winter 2018.
So that was when I first published the book. Then I did a little book signing at a lounge, which is on my YouTube as well. And I'm actually gonna have it on Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, because like I said, it was kind of difficult for me to learn the whole process on my own. Because when you're a self-publisher, you gotta get all the, do all the research, know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Be careful who you deal with. I mean, because once, people in the industry know you publish a book, they just attack you like piranhas, and they feed you stories and, I can help you and I can do this and I can do that. So I always tell people, take your time. Take your time. Don't rush through it. Doesn't matter how long it takes you. This is not about competition. What matters is that you're on the right page and that you're not being taken advantage of. Because, you have to do your research. You have to. It's very important. So I took my time with it. And for 2020, it's going to be a big thing for my book. It's also turning it into a script.
Oh, yeah? Nice.
Yes. I'm finally turning it into a script so I can have my movie going. Yes.
That's what's up. That's what's up. One more time, you already said where we can get it. Website, anything else you want people so they can reach out to you?
Well, I also did a movie called Trapped. I played the lead actress's best friend. One of the actors that is in the movie, known actor called his name is Jamel Howard. He did The Purge. I played his girlfriend's best friend in the movie. And I'm presently doing another movie project with Money Saga. And it's also on my Facebook. So there's a little couple of trailers up in there.
Okay.
So it's the beginning of another movie. Trap was actually shown on the movie festival. It was shown in November actually.
Okay.
And it's going to be on Amazon as well.
Okay,
And it was
cool.
created by Maria Hernandez. She's also Latina, Puerto Rican, very intelligent woman. So she's the creator, author of Trap and Trap 2.
Okay. Sharon, I was looking up your I shared the trailer, and I'm sharing the link to your YouTube page on in the comment section, so people that are looking, they can go check it out for themselves.
Yes. The trailer for my book, actually the trailer for the movie Trap is there. Also the book signing event, it's on my YouTube as well.
Do you have one coming up, a book signing event?
Yes, as soon as the book goes back on Amazon 2020, I will be doing another book signing event.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Well, we definitely want to. One of the things I was telling Kira, I said we wanted to definitely check out the book, but
Yes.
Lorraine has a column, Latino Empowerment, in the paper.
Mm-hmm.
And I know she was interested in seeing the book, reading the book herself.
Yes.
So if I can get her, I'm going to try to see if I can get her to read it and do a review for the newspaper.
I can do that.
This is the first time I'm asking her. I'm asking her on the air. I didn't talk to her ahead of time about
Yes.
this. I always have ideas. I have ideas in my head, and I just got to get them out when I get them out.
Yes.
But that's the first time I talked to her about it. But I thought that would be right up her alley and would be great for her Latino empowerment column.
Yes, I actually have 2 books, one for you, one for her.
Oh,
Absolutely,
beautiful.
that's
Thank
a beautiful
you.
thing.
Yes.
That's a beautiful thing. Everyone needs to check out this book when it comes out. Definitely, once it's out, I'd like to have you come back on, let everybody know again where they can find it.
Sure.
We definitely want to do a review of the book in the paper. Lorraine getting her selfie game on real quick.
Oh, wait, went through. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
She's into it. She's into it. Me too.
Yes. So, anything else? I didn't ask you websites. Anything else you want to tell people? Anything else?
Well, people can find me on Cocoa Caliente _ Instagram.
Now spell that for those who don't know it.
Sure. It's COCOA CALIENTE _
Okay.
That's my Instagram.
Right. We're following you too. I just
Yes.
followed you earlier today.
And my Facebook is Nina Garcia Miranda.
Okay.
So it's NINA, Garcia is GARCIA, Miranda is MIRANDA.
Mm-hmm.
And the YouTube is the same, Nina Garcia, Cocoa Caliente.
Okay.
You'll find me there. I also have my own video productions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Ray and Nina Video Productions. My hubby is my business partner.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yes. I stalk him and boss him around. And I'm like, you got to edit that. You got to edit that. You got to hurry up. And he's like, oh, Lord. So he's an awesome editor, my videographer. He's my director, too, because when I'm not doing something
That's a
right, he
beautiful
corrects
thing.
me. Yes. So he is my videographer for my podcast, which is awesome. So it's a at first it was a little challenging, because doing business with your partner could be a little challenging.
Is the video on Facebook?
Yeah, it should be. I'm watching it.
Okay. Well, I'm looking forward to reading the book because it sounds intriguing. Coming out of the hood, I came out the hood. You have 3 grandchildren. I have 3 grandchildren. I'm dying to find out how her life was. I'm just dying to read it.
Yes, it's very, very intense. Being a young girl, I became a mom at a very young age.
Mm-hmm.
I was just only 14. And by the time I was 22, I was a mother of 3.
Wow.
And a single mother.
Wow.
I don't even know To be honest to you, like, with these girls complaining about child support checks, I don't even know what it looks like.
Me either. I never
I
got
don't
one of
even
those.
know what it looks like,
Yeah.
you know? I mean, I gave up on that thing already. I got teased a couple of times. After that, I was like, I ain't going to get it anymore, you know? So it was something that, you know.
It was rough.
It was rough. It was rough. It was very, very rough being a young mother. And, you know, you had to put a lot of things to the side because I was a model at that time and a singer. And, you know, I had to put things to the side to be a mom.
You know, Lisa from Lisa and the Culture?
Yes.
She's right next door.
Really?
She's literally in the next room. Yeah.
Oh, my God. I got to take a picture with her. I love her.
Yeah, she's
I used to love her growing up. But she used to be performing, shaking her titties like.
The proprietor of this place is her partner, her boyfriend.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
See, it's good to do business with your man.
Yeah,
Some people's like, oh, it's not a good thing. I find
if you can work the dynamic out, it is it's a beautiful thing. It's not for everybody.
No.
You have to be built for it. You have to have two people that are understanding to each other and everything. But when you see it, I mean, you know, you see those couples like Ruby Dee and Ozzie Davis that have, you know, their professional careers for years, and several other people. They're just those couples. Will Smith and Jada seem to make it work. You know what I'm saying? And you know, they work on various projects individually and collectively. But I want to thank you for
Gloria
coming.
Estefan.
Yeah, I want to thank you for coming, and we want to have you come back, and we'll definitely talk about the book some more when it's out. So remind everybody again, and definitely hear about your future stuff that you got coming up, because I know you got some stuff you want to, you know, all of that stuff.
Yes,
so.
it's a lot. It's a lot.
But like I said, we're definitely gonna we're both gonna read the book, and we're gonna do a review in the paper and everything. So you know, going into the new year, so before it comes out. That we should have that out to help sales. Everybody definitely needs to check out this story. It's from the little excerpts and stuff that I've seen, it's a very powerful story, and we need to support our new authors. Definitely, Black and Latino authors.
He's a Black and Latino.
Yeah, because you always say, "What about the Latino authors?" You always talk about the Black authors, you know. So
I say that every time. For every subject.
Yeah, we have a lot of Latina women that are authors now.
Yes. So, and anything else that you're working on, please contact us, and we get you back on here, and you know, utilize us to get the word out.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for having me. And for those that want to follow me on YouTube, don't forget to press that subscribe button. It's free, people. It's free.
That's what's up.
People who just want to look at your stuff and they just don't want to press the button. I'm like, it's free. Just press on it.
And we're about to get into our next. I got a bunch of guests coming on today. We're about to get into our next guest. But I want to give you a round of applause and thank you for coming. Thank you for your time. I'm so looking forward to reading your book. Stephanie Swan, one of our listeners, said, I'm definitely looking forward to reading your book, reading this book. So definitely, we're going to, once it's out, we're going to blast it out to everybody and let everybody know, you know, to go get it.
Yes,
go get it.
Thank you.